Yeah, it does feel a little bit like they're trying to put too much into 3 days instead of just making it a 4-day event and being done with it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is game 2 of RESIN versus ATFD. RESIN up 1 game. These are the number 2 seeded teams for NA for RESIN, and Asia's number 2 is ATFD. So RESIN bringing with them a Delny, another Delny, and a gearing for destroyers. Look, a KOTS build. What do you know? For cruisers, we've got a unique upgrade Des Moines, Brisbane, a Stalingrad with range, a Honolulu with unique upgrade, and 2 Liberties because they weren't banned. What do we have to the south, Puddin'?
To the south, we have a Ragnar, a Kots Gearing, a Brisbane, and unique Colombo. That is a unique gearing too. Kind of going to Bacon, with the Ragnar possibly splitting off to go to chocolate, to donuts and eclair because we love diabetes. We have the Stalingrad, which is range. Chain Smoking Gumo with a Reload Des Moines, a Liberty, all built up for the hot newness, and a Delny, running an awful lot of I want to pew pew and know where you are while I'm being concealed. I just, I'm sorry, I'm still absolutely blown away by this. like, I mean, here's the other thing that you literally screw over streamers too.
Of course.
Like,
That's okay, though. I don't mind being screwed over. The event is not for streamers. The event is for players. To a certain
and
extent, it's for the viewers.
co-casters getting codes.
Anyway.
All right, you know what I would love to hear from chat. What convoluted stupid rule would you put into this tournament?
Okay.
Right. Like, what else could we come up with? Like, I'm sure if we put all our heads together, Wargaming will implement one of them.
Here comes the Honolulu strike on the Delny. Showtime trying to find some hiding space in the rock here.
Oof.
I don't know
That's
that I
all
like.
three, too.
I don't like that he threw all 3 in the exact same spot.
Well, I mean, why wouldn't you? Because it's not like Delny's going to move.
Okay, well, he moved.
Wait, he did move? What a shame.
Like, he DCP'd. Spread it out,
Right, all in the same spot. I just...
You know what's going to happen on Saturday? You know what's going to happen, right? We're going to get to the finals. We're going to get to the finals. It'll be a best of 5. A certain EU team is going to win 3-0. And then everyone's going to go to the 3rd place game and watch a more competitive match.
But, I mean, if they're running at the same time, there's literally no time. Because even if 3rd place goes all 3 games...
No, they're going to go 5. It's a best of 5, bud.
Oh.
Now you see what I'm talking about? They're going to go probably... They have a better chance of going to game 4 or 5 than the 2nd place game, right? So,
well, I mean, considering the 2 teams that are, typically in the finals actually have to face each other prior.
In the next stage, which is going to be interesting because that means... I'll say it this way, if... Well, let's hold that for let's focus on this game and we'll come back to it.
Yeah, it's not like there's much going on, because we're all visibly upset about something.
Yes, so you can all see me visibly upset right now.
Well, I'm visibly upset. Interesting that Resin's trying to cap donuts with a Stalingrad?
I think he was hoping he might get a free cap based off of how much of the enemy went to the 910 line, but there just happens to be a Libertad there. Now, as long as he goes dark, he's getting the cap.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that he's smart enough to realize I'm just gonna stay dark and get the cap with the Eagle Lance.
Mm-hmm.
Because what is that? Vifire? I can't say it. I never could say his name.
Yeah, Fire. Yep.
I mean, I barely can say, painting the rock hider. And those are all words I know how to say.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a lot of hotness action going on at Apples and Bacon. Apparently, not enough of you guys care about diabetes. So you guys are actually eating healthy.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have a feeling that chocolate is going to be the new hotness.
Right now the hotness is the Brisbane versus Brisbane.
Mm-hmm. If only there was, I don't know, a battleship or Stalingrad that could kind of help seal the deal.
What? No, nobody brings those things. Did you not pay attention to the last game? Battleships are so overrated they only brought one.
Well, Resin coming out the winner in this engagement for sure. But they didn't get a kill, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, more importantly, I'm surprised AT is not popping the
ATFD.
radar. Yeah, to get the gearing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are you saving your radar?
Well,
You get resupplied next round.
this is true.
Ooh, Colombo.
Yep, Colombo is in a good position.
Yeah, but he just all skilled, no luck. Those torpedoes.
Now, ATFD does get on the A cap. That's going to be important because it's going to force Resin to do something. So Resin responds with a radar.
You're gonna have to do more than just respond with the radar. Just saying.
Ah, here we go. Fiva. Fiva's going to step on the E cap with his Libertad.
That's a bold choice there, Cotton. Oh, Golden Loose spotted, but no focus fire on it.
Mm-mm.
Ooh, that Stalingrad AP looked like it just bounced off the Liberty.
Well, we have Haragumo now trying to farm out FIFA G, which is kind of wild.
Well, we got Brisbane on Brisbane action again over at Apples. They have to be aware, ATFD now has to be aware that they've rotated something over to Apples to reclaim that. And, well, I'm going to go out on a limb and going to assume that they assume that it's a destroyer of some sort, not the Gearing.
Here comes the Dutch ovening on Usajigumi's Des Moines. Good damage there. Solid. But FIFA G is
Hurting?
he's dying.
Well, I mean, we're all dying slowly. He just seems to be dying a lot faster than the rest of them.
But he at least turns the searchlights on, so it's easier for the enemy to see him.
No. That's they're searching for the McDonald's at the island.
First blood, and it's a big first blood going to ATFD.
They committed an awful lot of resources to getting eclairs.
Yeah, but now that they got it, now that that battleship is dead, they pretty much have solid control of it. They can work on donuts now.
Apples is turning into highly contested. Brisbane and Gearing for a ATFD not doing so hotness.
Sajigumi, though, in trouble.
I don't know if it's the fire or the low HP or that everybody's shooting them.
Yeah, I know. It's certainly something. He goes dark.
Something.
He goes dark. He's going to save his ship, and he's got a minute before he gets his next heal. Eagle Lance in trouble. Usagi continues shooting. Very risky decision to keep shooting there. I would not be doing that.
Resin's Brisbane is now not doing so hotness.
The legend of formula, yes.
Oh, yeah, words too far. Bad eyesight.
See? Usagi gets himself detected because he kept shooting, and Fryce is moving farther south of the smoke. Big misplay on the part of ATFD's Brisbane there.
This can still go either way, even though ATFD has got a point lead.
Sayuki needs to kill. There it goes. Killing the Brisbane was the key to that flank. So at least they traded out the Brizzies.
Resin does manage to get chocolate, but they're even texting because I just want to say ADT, but I know that's not even right. I know I did it last time. ATFD is they really don't need to do anything to win. Right?
Nalu coming in.
Wait it out.
Yeah, they're in a pretty strong overall position, but they are being a little aggressive coming out of the sea cap.
Well, if you mean by aggressive, everybody's shooting the Stalingrad, yes.
Well, I mean more so the fact that you've got these guys sitting within. I mean, he's in Stalingrad radar range right now, but he knows the radar's down. But the Libertad, for example, just walks on up and says, "Here, drop bombs on me all day if you like. I am here for this. I'm here for you."
Well, I mean, that's awfully nice of him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, can't say that these guys aren't forgiving, you know. Team Bravo is a very giving team. We're a very kind, compassionate team.
Giving team. 54 seconds to go until an ATFD win to force a game 3.
Right. Like I said, Team Bravo's a very giving team. You always like game 3s. And what did we do yesterday for you? A lot of game 3s.
Mm-hmm. No more heals for Libertad. DCP is unavailable for a full minute. That fire will burn.
Yeah, but there's 14 seconds.
Yes.
And counting. Very rapidly.
I think I'm going to settle in to take a screenshot of a burning Libertad.
And Team Bravo kicks butt yet once again. Congratulations to Team Bravo.
That's right.
Very decisive. Okay. Very controlling, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
absolutely.
I mean, well played to both teams. Like, only 3 ships died. Like, very good, you know, HP management, positioning management. Like, yes, somebody will eventually die, guys.
Mm-hmm. Now, KOTS rules. You have to spell a word with the first letter of each of your ships. I like Seabear's idea. A team has to be made up of ships from the same nation only, and nations can be banned. Anyway, I'm going to run a commercial break.
That would actually be really interesting.
Yeah. I like that idea.
But it's not convoluted enough.
Need more convolution.
That almost makes sense, right? Because you can call it the KOTS, you know, the Battle of the Nations, right? That writes itself.
Mm-hmm.
We need convoluted, like, you can ban a nation, but you all have to play Marseilles, but everybody bans French. Like, okay, now what? Like, that's a convoluted rule. That makes no sense. That's what I'm looking for.
There you go. Wow, them and Moyai are tied up. Rain and AU are tied up as well. Alcer Oboy tied
What?
up.
What are all these ties? What is everybody going to game 3 to go, Zap? Come stream us, please.
Well, the only one that's not is TWA.
Who? Never heard of them.
Never
Are they
heard.
new?
I heard they took a break from KOTS for like 5 years.
Right.
You know who I haven't seen in a while? Is Band CV. Whatever happened to those guys?
I heard they took a retirement plan after they won like 27 of these things. They want the way of Omni of. If you guys
That's a
aren't in
name.
a competition.
Name we haven't heard in a while.
I was gonna say you guys aren't even competition anymore. Like this is just boring. I mean, it's almost like there's only been 2 dominant teams in KOTS. Right? Omni and whatever the hell TWA wants to call themselves today. They should just change their name to we don't know what we're going to call ourselves today. Right? Because that would be a new team again.
That's right. Oh well. All right. So by now, hopefully, commercials. I want to talk about this. So we're looking at the bracket. Okay. We're assuming that Rain is going to defeat AU, but they're in a best of 3 and they're going to game 3. So if they get defeated by AU, I mean TWA has like a free ride all the way to the finals. If Rain defeats AU, Rain then has to go against TWA. If TWA defeats Rain, TWA has a free ride to the finals. If Rain defeats TWA, Rain has a free ride to the finals. So, to me, the interesting thing is, and this is what I was trying to say, the finals are probably not going to be very competitive. All due respect to all the teams here, the finals are probably not going to be very competitive. To where it's a best of 5, okay, 3 and done. Maybe 3 and 1. I doubt it'll go 3 and 2. So, 3 games, maybe 4 in the finals. What's going to happen? I honestly think the third place is going to be the more competitive match. And the result of that is, I have a sneaking suspicion third place is going to go all the way to game 5.
Well,
so we're going to cast...
TWA or Rain loses, are they out of the tournament?
Yeah, there's no losers bracket. They're done. Today, one of these 2 teams is done today. Pretty wild to think about.
That's just
that's
nuts.
Why I was asking about covering TWA and Rain next, but I think that's where everybody's going.
Oh,
Let's see.
It's quite literally going to be the. I mean, like, well, I mean,
everybody.
But, I mean,
only one person is signed up for 2.4 right now.
But I mean,
anyway.
like, Rain's won KOTS just last KOTS, like that was their first win.
It was a huge win at that. A huge win.
But I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like, everyone's like, oh, it's just CWA, and it turned out to be like, no, it's Rain. So like, you can't count anybody out, but it's kind of sad that even amongst the 1%, there's still a huge skill gap between teams. Like, what is it? TWA, Rain, and what? Like them. Like everyone's like, okay, there's 1, 2, 3. That's kind of what it's always been.
Well, it used to also involve Throw, or no, not Throw. What's the other team? Shaft. I don't know where Shaft is.
I thought Shaft was an RU team.
No. Shaft was an EU team. They've been an EU team forever. Shaft was always a very strong team as well. Only real ships. There you go.
I know when it was Band CV, they picked up bunch of other players from a different clan, so it could have been Shaft.
I don't know.
But I mean that's besides the point. Like this tournament's usually just been run through by the EU, so it's
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's actually gonna be nice to see, not TWA and Reign in the freaking finals.
You know what I'd like to
Right.
see? I'd like to see a rotation of home start location. We've been doing EU prime time all the time for the convenience that it fits everybody. Well, I'm sorry, if you really want to win 40,000 US dollars, why don't we have NA host it sometime? And then have Asia host it. Hell, have China host it sometime. Why not rotate through each of the different regions and let it happen during their prime time and see what happens? Anyway, we're going to continue map intro now because I think we're waiting for Wargaming officials go, and then we will start.
Can't believe nobody came up with that with a convoluted role because screw you. Well, I mean, then again, I'm normally up at 2 in the
A
morning.
colossal battle between opposing fleets will soon unfold here amongst the waters of the East China Sea. The residents of these islands will shortly bear witness to the thunder and flash of combat, and only one team will sail away victorious. This is Sleeping Giant. Sleeping Giant is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination style map with 4 cap points running from west to east. The A cap is on the left, B is in the center, and C and D are on the right. In this new iteration, both team spawns have moved from a central position to a north and southwestern spawn position, offering a wealth of new strategies for teams to execute. Cap A on the left is fraught with danger, shifted from its previous position inside the Thunderdome to being centered on the tip of the island on the 1-2 line. A daring destroyer player can hug the island to take the cap quickly, but will face a treacherous journey to escape afterwards. In the center, capture area B is just as perilous. Completely open with plenty of places for radar cruisers to hide nearby without being spotted, it is commonly left uncaptured until the mid and late game. Caps C and D on the right provide an intriguing choice to teams. Pick up just their home cap, deploying radar and kiting ships to protect it, or risk it all on a push down the 9-10 line to gain control over both caps and the potential win. Sleeping Giant has a long history in King of the Sea since its return in King of the Sea 13. Many tightly contested and challenging matches have been fought on this map, which begs the question, who will be the victor this time? 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Sleeping Giant. A colossal battle between opposing fleets will soon unfold here amongst the waters of the East China Sea. The residents of these islands will shortly bear witness to the thunder and flash of combat, and only one team will sail away victorious. This is Sleeping Giant. Sleeping Giant is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination style map with 4 cap points running from west to east. The A cap is on the left, B is in the center, and C and D are on the right. In this new iteration, both team spawns have moved from a central position to a north and southwestern spawn position, offering a wealth of new strategies for teams to execute. Cap A on the left is fraught with danger, shifted from its previous position inside the Thunderdome to being centered on the tip of the island on the 1-2 line. A daring destroyer player can hug the island to take the cap quickly, but will face a treacherous journey to escape afterwards. In the center, capture area B is just as perilous. Completely open with plenty of places for radar cruisers to hide nearby without being spotted, it is commonly left uncaptured until the mid and late game. Caps C and D on the right provide an intriguing choice to teams. Pick up just their home cap, deploying radar and kiting ships to protect it, or risk it all on a push down the 9-10 line to gain control over both caps and the potential win. Sleeping Giant has a long history in King of the Sea since its return in King of the Sea 13. Many tightly contested and challenging matches have been fought on this map, which begs the question, who will be the victor this time? 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Sleeping Giant. A colossal battle between opposing fleets will soon unfold here amongst the waters of the East China Sea. The residents of these islands will shortly bear witness to the thunder and flash of combat, and only one team will sail away victorious. This is Sleeping Giant. Sleeping Giant is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination style map with 4 cap points running from west to east. The A cap is on the left, B is in the center, and C and D are on the right. In this new iteration, both team spawns have moved from a central position to a north and southwestern spawn position, offering a wealth of new strategies for teams to execute. Cap A on the left is fraught with danger, shifted from its previous position inside the Thunderdome to being centered on the tip of the island on the 1-2 line. A daring destroyer player can hug the island to take the cap quickly, but will face a treacherous journey to escape afterwards. In the center, capture area B is just as perilous. Completely open with plenty of places for radar cruisers to hide nearby without being spotted, it is commonly left uncaptured until the mid and late game. Cap C and D on the right provide an intriguing choice to teams. Pick up just their home cap.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Game 3 of ATFD versus RESIN. We are tied up, and I have it set wrong. I could have sworn I double-checked that, but whatever. Anyway, here we go. This is ATFD's lineup. They've got a Radar Yu Ying with Dazzle, Daring with Dazzle, a Ragnar with the Jersey Mike, Harugumo with the Chain Smoke.
Yep.
We've got Brisbane, typical. Typical. We got a Stalingrad with range, a San Martin with Oh, is that Lisboa? Does Lisboa give you buffed survivability? Interesting. We've got a Libertad without Lisboa and a Colombo unique upgrade. What do we have to the south, Puddin?
To the south, we have a chain-smoking Haragumo and a Brisbane with a Stalingrad range mod heading over to Apples. Mad Dog's right. Ragnar's heading to Bacon, it looks like. Painting in American BB, built for survivability. St. Vincent, built for St. Vincent. Brisbane, built Brisbane, range mod Stalingrad, and a Gearing who says, I don't need all my flags, but he is ledge mod and torpedo-esque.
Yep. And Eagle is so cool, he doesn't need a last flag.
That's what I said.
Sorry, I was looking at chat.
Oh, so chat's more entertaining than... Okay, chat really is. Interesting that we have a San Martin and a Liberty just at A. And I'm sorry, I don't care how upset y'all get at me. I want to call that ship the ship we shall not be used on KOTS.
A family-friendly stream. So, this tells me that they want to just bottle up whatever is at A. I feel like we saw this earlier. Oh, that's right. That was Epoxy's game against KSM? No.
Was it? No.
Bonks.
Usually
it was ours Bonks. We saw this exact same idea of a Harugumo Brisbane. It was Harugumo and a Des Moines, but same idea of going around this way from the south.
Oh, you're talking about when they overcommitted. When I said they're getting very close to overcommitting, and then they just overcommitted.
They're like, hold my beer, and they just go for it.
Like, it would have been a brilliant game plan if the Vermont stayed there to get the final salvo to kill the Moscow, but once he decided to move on, you're overcommitted.
Yep. Anyway, for this game, we've got the Ragnar backing up. He's about to get into the B cap. Now, Mad Dog is a bit of a destroyer prodigy for this team and in general. We typically see him playing in Gearing. Sometimes you've seen him do ridiculous things in a Shimakaze. He's played a Daring before. But in this case, he's playing a ship that has but one torpedo.
Only one? Only one torpedo? I'm looking for it. I don't see it. I don't see the one torpedo. Looks like he's going to have to ram something.
Yep, that would be the torpedo. So Fry's making a nice big smoke. And that's it.
Well, I mean, Eagle popped his radar, like, that tells Fryce that he's, hey, you can get on this camp. There's nothing that's going to sneak up on you, per se.
Mm-hmm.
As ATFD San Martin has successfully dodged torpedoes. I believe those were from the Brisbane, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Not sure. Bryce is now under San Martin's radar, but nobody can shoot you. Who cares? Like,
Right.
good for you. You know I'm here.
Yep.
That radar's gonna go down very soon. Well, it looks like Resin's going to get the A cap due to nobody contesting.
Yeah, they set up this whole big, like, defensive thing, and then just nothing happened.
Wait, are you saying nothing happens in the first 27 minutes of KOTS?
Yes. Oh, hey,
And
look at this. Big Boy 69 torpedo dodging minigame, go! Guy's cheating, he's got hydro.
Jerk. Well, more importantly, Resin did pick up B cap. Looks like ATFD is now realizing that there's just 2 ships over here.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to shove something into A and get that thing flipping. For them. Ow. Oh, my back. What is that? Montana shells in on the Liberty? Yeah, that was definitely Montana shells.
On Hildy? Yeah, Peyton was ready for it.
Oh, no. He's going to eat torpedoes, too. This could be disastrous.
Oh. He does have the DCP active. And it is American-style DCP, so it does last longer.
Oh. And now everybody shoots with their HE.
Well, of course. You know he's low. You know the best way to get it down is to focus it out. And here comes the next Montana salvo. Connects.
Or you could just tell Peyton, like, why couldn't you just finish him off, dude? You're Peyton.
Come on, Peyton. Be more like Peyton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Possibly the last defiant salvo from the Liberty.
We do have a butt fire on the Liberty.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's going to burn out. I mean, they could all stop shooting now. They don't know it, but... Bye-bye. First blood going to RESIN.
Well, Peyton calling us out, going, see, I shot, and then the battleship died. That's how strong Peyton is.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't even connect with the dying ship. But more importantly, that brings this down to a somewhat of an equal fight, a 2v2, even though Mad Dog's coming over going, we don't like equal fights. We want fights we win. So the legend is going to turn around. Fryce is kind of surprised to slow down there, but I think that has to do with he didn't want to hit the border, per se.
Right.
Probably waiting for Mad Dog or for the call to push in. It's going to be interesting, though, like, if they put something to just sit across from the San Martin to, if you can't have it, we can't have it sort of mentality, right?
Yeah, I mean, so San Martin, right? Like, you can only shoot AP shells, so a Gumo feels more comfortable against it. Frankly, a Brisbane probably feels pretty comfortable against it too. Same thing with Ragnar. So there's not a lot that's going to prevent Resin from just YOLOing and killing it, other than maybe the daring if it lands some lucky torpedoes. Or just Peyton. Nope.
Or just everybody radar it and then just shoot at it. I mean, the problem with the San Martin is it's like really freaking tanky.
It can be.
Unless you're broadside, then you just seem to, just eat massive damage. But I mean, the key to killing is, okay, everybody shoot it. Like, the good old days, like, how do you deal with the Yamato? Well, if everybody shoots it and it burns forever, it's never going to outlast everybody shooting it. Oof, Mad Dog gets caught broadside to the San Martin. Now, this is going to be painful for him.
Yeah, well, I mean, one shell or 2 salvos, but by then he just turns around. He's okay. Frice, though, that radar perfectly timed, catching Frice out a bit. He's going to step on the cap.
Oh, not tired, not yawning because of this game.
Sure.
Well, interesting. While that was going on, the YY touched donuts, and everyone was like, "Get away from my diabetes."
That's right. This is our sugar. Find something else.
You guys have chocolate, so we have bacon-covered donuts. You guys have chocolate-covered apples. And they're losing that. So now we're going to get the whole left half menu from McDonald's with apple slices because we care about our health here. I'm being a little aggressive if you ask me for no reason per se.
Who is?
Let's take a Peyton. Where's moved up to?
This is fine. He's going up to surprise the group on the other side, or he can flip his guns and deal with the group coming through I'm surprised he hasn't started doing that yet. Now he's doing it. Like, he's got a beautiful shot on the San Martin right now.
Oh, Colombo. 1 torpedo.
They do flip the donuts.
Colombo nearly avoids disaster.
Peyton's turning. Yeah, there's the shots on the San Martin, but I have a feeling that he's actually looking to line up a shot on the Colombo. And rip the Stalingrad.
Well, that is usually a ride and die island. San Martin, is San Martin going for it? No, he's gonna play ring around.
Yeah, torps are coming in on the Colombo. Here comes Peyton's salvo from long range. There goes the Colombo, and Usagi moves forward.
I don't think you can arc where the San Martin. Well, okay, so now the San Martin's ideas. I'll just get further away from the island so they can't connect shells.
Yep, Mad Dog once again broadside in the Ragnar. Ow.
Oof. That is the problem with the playing as a DD. If you did get caught showing like your side,
Ow.
Man, is he just chunking Mad Dog?
Ow.
Well, he did more than chunk Mad Dog. He got rid of Mad Dog.
That is a terrible, terrible trade.
What, San Martin for Mad Dog?
Yeah. And most of Frice, too.
Well, most of Frice means we still have a Frice.
Yep, but Legend is out of radar. Oof.
Ouch.
I don't know, y'all. This is, this could go anywhere at this point.
But it will lead to a victory somewhere.
Somebody is going to win and continue.
Right. And it's
Yes.
going to be Team Bravo because we're Team Bravo here.
Absolutely. Also, pray for NA.
Well, I wouldn't pray for NA. I would pray for Stalingrad right now, but I don't think all the prayers in the world are going to save him.
1 minute and 30 seconds for a resin victory. Oop, Yu Yang detected. He got hit. Not enough. Peyton's getting his guns on it. He knows deep waters are coming. He'll spot the deep waters that Forced to Watch is going to have to try to find a way to dodge, but those are dead on his face. So I don't think that's going to work. Bye-bye. And just like that, reset the clock. Minute and a half until a RESIN victory, but Latest World can just walk onto the B cap and stall it. This South group, I think, needs to, like, turn... Well, they have turned, but...
Well, you're going to have to take your St. Vincent and do something you're not going to like to do in your St. Vincent and shove it on the decap.
You got it. You got it. I don't like that FIFA is going behind this island with the group. You should be going the other way. You go the other way, you get people to focus on you instead of shooting your teammate. There's the step on the B cap. The cap's about to flip. Once that happens, we are less than a minute away from an ATFD victory. There it goes. 51 seconds now.
Ooh,
here's the desperation.
Look at all the radar being used all at the same time, which actually means Price has a chance to get on B undetected.
Can he get there in time, though? And does it even matter? Oh, big hit on the Stalingrad.
Oh, the Stalingrad goes down. It's going to be huge.
That needs to happen in 20 seconds or less. He's pulling forward.
Less.
17 seconds. 12 seconds. Dead. Okay, now, that flips it to 25 seconds till a RESIN victory.
Wow.
15 seconds.
No, it's 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
That was 5 seconds.
Oh, ding, Fraser done. What a battle.
Congratulations to Team Bravo.
Congratulations to Team Bravo. That is a win for RESIN. We gotta hurry.
Wait, hurry where?
I don't know. I'll figure it out in a second. But we gotta hurry somewhere.
I already left. I was in too much of a hurry.
Good. Find TVOT TSY.